In a world where pride often blinds the heart, a rich and arrogant girl made a decision that would change her life forever. She decided to marry a poor man, not for love, but as a challenge. She wanted to prove that money could control everything. But she had no idea that this one decision would destroy her peace and teach her the hardest lesson of her life. Her name was Zara. She was known for her beauty, wealth, and pride. People admired her, but they also feared her attitude. She believed that nothing in this world was beyond her control. Love, emotions, and relationships meant nothing to her. For her, life was just a game she always won. One day, during a gathering, Zara made a shocking statement. She said she could marry any man and still control his life completely. People around her were surprised, but one friend challenged her. He dared her to marry someone poor and unknown. Zara smiled confidently and accepted the challenge without hesitation. At the same time, in a small corner of the city, lived a poor but honest man named Rahim. He worked hard every day just to survive. He had no wealth, no status, but he had a pure heart. People respected him for his honesty and kindness. Little did he know, his life was about to change forever. Zara searched for the perfect person to prove her point, and then she found Rahim, a simple man with nothing but dignity. To her, he was just a tool to win a challenge. But for Rahim, this meeting was the beginning of a story he never expected. Zara approached Rahim with an unexpected proposal. She offered him marriage without any explanation. Rahim was shocked and confused by her sudden offer. He had never imagined that someone like her would even notice him. He asked her why she chose him, but Zara simply smiled. She hid the truth behind her pride and gave him no real answer. After thinking deeply, Rahim accepted the proposal, not because of her wealth, but because he believed in destiny. He thought maybe this was a blessing from Allah. Zara, on the other hand, saw it as a game she was about to win. Two people with completely different intentions were now bound together. Neither of them knew what the future had planned. Their marriage was simple but unusual. People whispered behind their backs, questioning the reason. Zara remained calm and confident in front of everyone. Rahim stayed humble and respectful. For him, marriage was sacred. But for Zara, it was just the beginning of her challenge. After marriage, Zara brought Rahim into her luxurious world. Everything around him was new and overwhelming, but he never showed greed or excitement. He remained simple and grounded. Zara expected him to change quickly, but Rahim stayed true to who he really was. Days passed, and Zara began testing Rahim. She gave him difficult tasks and tried to control him. She wanted to prove that money could shape any person, but Rahim never reacted with anger. He handled everything with patience and dignity. This confused Zara more than anything else. Zara pushed Rahim harder with each passing day. She gave him tasks that no one in his position would tolerate. Sometimes she insulted him in front of others, but Rahim never raised his voice. He stayed calm, believing that patience was his strength. His silence slowly started affecting Zara in ways she did not expect. One day, Zara deliberately created a situation to embarrass Rahim. She invited her rich friends and treated him like a servant. Everyone laughed, expecting him to react, but Rahim quietly served them without anger. His dignity remained untouched. For the first time, Zara felt something unusual, guilt. That night, Zara could not sleep peacefully. Rahim's calm face stayed in her thoughts. She had tried to break him, but he did not change. Instead, she began to question herself. Why was he so different from everyone else? Why did his silence feel so powerful? Days turned into weeks, and Zara's attitude slowly started to change. She stopped testing him as harshly as before. Instead, she began observing him quietly. Rahim continued his simple and honest life. He treated her with respect, despite everything. This kindness began to soften Zara's heart. One evening, Zara saw Rahim helping a poor stranger. He gave away his own money without hesitation. This moment shocked her deeply. She realized that he was truly selfless. For the first time, she felt respect, not control. And slowly, her heart began to change. Zara could no longer ignore her feelings. What started as a game had now become real. She found herself thinking about Rahim all the time. His kindness, his patience, his silence. Everything touched her heart, but she was afraid to accept the truth, because this was never supposed to happen. One day, Zara finally gathered the courage to talk to Rahim. Her voice was softer than ever before. She tried to express her feelings, but words failed her. Rahim listened quietly, noticing the change in her tone. He realized something was different, but he stayed calm, waiting for her to speak the truth. With trembling words, Zara admitted that she had changed. She confessed that she respected him, and maybe even loved him. Silence filled the room. Rahim looked at her with deep eyes. He had waited for this moment, yet something held him back, because he knew the truth she had hidden from him. Rahim gently asked her one question: "Was this marriage ever real for you?" Zara froze, unable to answer immediately. Her silence revealed everything: the truth of her challenge, her ego, her intentions. It all stood between them like a wall. Rahim took a deep breath and stepped back. He told her that love built on a lie cannot survive. His voice was calm, but his words were heavy. Zara felt her heart shatter in that moment. She realized that she had lost something precious, something she never truly valued before. After that day, everything changed between them. Rahim became distant and quiet. He no longer stayed in the luxurious house like before. Zara tried to talk to him, but he avoided her gently. The man she once controlled was now slipping away, and she had no power to stop it. Days later, Rahim made his final decision. He chose to leave everything behind. He told Zara that he could not stay in a relationship built on pride. His words were calm, but they carried deep pain. Zara broke down in tears, begging him to stay, but this time it was too late. Rahim returned to his simple life once again. He found peace in his faith and honesty. Meanwhile, Zara was left alone in her world of luxury. Everything around her remained the same, but inside she felt completely empty. She finally understood the value of what she had lost. Time passed, but Zara could not move on. She changed completely as a person. Her pride was gone, replaced by regret and humility. One day, she decided to find Rahim again, not as a challenge, but as someone who truly loved him. She just wanted one chance to make things right. When Zara finally found Rahim, she stood silently before him. Tears filled her eyes as she apologized sincerely. Rahim looked at her with calmness and understanding. He had forgiven her long ago, but some wounds change the course of life forever. True love had taught them both a lesson they would never forget.